Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, July 13th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. All right, that Webb telescope thing at the community college last night was one of the most fascinating things I have done in a long while. NASA beamed in a panel of scientists that actually worked on the project to explain some of the images that we've seen over the last day or two, and also to do a great Q&A panel. It was really wonderful. There were about 150 locations across the globe, and we were one of them right here in Anne Arundel County. I'm going to search for a video of it, and if I find a link, I'll make sure I post it. All right, let's get into today's news, shall we? Well, I guess my plea to put down the guns yesterday fell on deaf ears. At about 10:40 a.m. yesterday morning, the Anne Arundel County Police were called to the Fifth Avenue Breakfast and Lunch Restaurant for, you guessed it, a shooting. This is in the 500 block of Greenway Road, southeast in Glen Burnie, and the victim was conscious while being transported to a hospital. Police don't have a motive or a suspect and are asking anyone that may know something to call them at 410-222-4700. On Monday night at 10 p.m., the Annapolis police responded to the 1200 block of Forest Drive for a shots fired incident. Now, this is a stretch of road between Hillsmere and Robinwood, and they did not locate any victims, but they did locate two cars with bullet holes and another car that they felt was suspicious. After getting a search warrant and searching it, they did find a loaded handgun in that vehicle. No injuries have been reported at this time, thankfully, but also no suspect. And in response to the recent shootings and the shots fired, Anne Arundel County is developing a strategic plan to battle it. They've met with all departments and other federal and state partners to figure it all out. Now, they're not releasing the details for, quote, tactical reasons, but they did say this is an all-hands-on-deck approach. They also reminded everyone that the county does have a free conflict resolution center, and they do encourage everyone to utilize that before any disputes become violent. The school system is headed to the mall. They're always looking for unique and new ways to find good employees, and now they have partnered with the Annapolis Mall by turning vacant storefronts into what are essentially help-wanted billboards for Anne Arundel County Public Schools. Pretty cool. And hopefully one of those jobs is a bus driver. Last night, a listener sent me a copy of an email from the school advising that they are unable to provide promised bus transportation to the scheduled AACPS summer camps at Maryland Hall. The email said that parents would need to self-transport their children to the camp, but if it's any consolation, they did say that they were sorry for any inconvenience. I'm not sure if this is the same with other camp locations across the county or just Maryland Hall. I'm going to give them a ring a little bit later today, but boy, they don't have much time to straighten out that bus situation. And WTOP had a cool article about Luke McFadden from the Dina. He is a 26-year-old waterman, and now he is TikTok famous with more than 1 million subscribers. He explains crabbing and helps people understand how their critters get from the water to their table. He said his business is now about 98% from TikTok, and he's made enough from TikTok and crabbing to buy some land, set up shop, selling the week's catch on the weekends. If you're a TikToker, you want to check him out. Luke McFadden. Okay, and that is a wrap on the news. Pod News. Up this weekend, the local business spotlight, Liquefied Creative, and we wanted to check in with Sean and the team and see what they are doing to celebrate their 15 years in business. Next weekend, Maryland Hall, I think. And don't forget, my code for the Annapolis Irish Festival is still good for $5 off of all of your general admission tickets. The code is 5, the words off and I, and then the number 22. You want to get them all at AnnapolisIrishFestival.com. All right, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief. Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster Company, and Alpha Engineering. So now you just need to hang tight because George Young from DCMD VA Weather is standing by with your locally forecast weather report. And of course, because it is Wednesday, we do have Bridget, also known as BeeprBuzz, with all of your music news in Annapolis After Dark. All that coming up in just a bit, so hang tight.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Hopefully you've come to know and trust this voice when it comes to solar. Many of you out there have already decided you will go solar, but you just haven't decided when. Here's 2 reasons why the timing is urgent. First, the federal tax credit for solar drops from 26 to 22% on December 31st of this year. If you don't commit this summer, you could miss out on 4% of the savings on your solar project. Second, solar locks out today's roaring energy inflation. National electricity costs have jumped 12% in just the last 12 months. You've only got a few months left to sign up to ensure you get installed in 2022 for the full 26% tax credit. If you know solar energy is in your future, now is the time. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, July 13th. Yesterday brought severe weather to the Annapolis region, which was generally expected, but those storms packed a bit extra and then some with tons of lightning and some really strong straight-line winds that reached 70-plus miles per hour in spots and left a mark in a line from College Park, Greenbelt, and Seabrook in Prince George's County, all the way through the Annapolis region and portions of Anne Arundel County, across the bay through places such as Centerville and Denton on the eastern shore before moving further east into Delaware. But skies will settle for a few days now as temps back off a bit down into the low to mid-80s. Look for sunshine today and highs 86 to 93, with more sun Thursday with PM highs of 85 to 90 degrees, ahead of mid to upper 80s and mostly sunny skies both Friday and Saturday, ahead of a return of PM rain chances on Sunday, with temps in the mid to upper 80s to cap off the weekend. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info, and definitely be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google app stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis. BeeprBuzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, July 13th through Sunday, July 17th. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and BeeprBuzz, and also both websites for the full schedule. We update the event and all websites with changes and cancellations so you know before you go. AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com. This was very helpful last Saturday with all of the storms that rolled in Saturday afternoon. Live music for today, Wednesday. Peter James will be at Pirates Cove in Galesville. Aaron Hawkins of Loose Ties will be at The Point. Be sure to check out the killer video I posted of him last weekend on all of my socials. Also, as an FYI, all of my videos that I post on my socials are also posted on YouTube channel BeeprBuzz under the playlist by the artist's name and also Annapolis Music. I have a lot of videos on that playlist, Annapolis Music, from the last 10 years. Also tonight, Doug Segre will be at Senor Chili's in Arnold. And Here a Pop-Up Shop is having a VIP sneak peek pre-shop event in their new location in Jennifer Square, which is just across from the Annapolis Mall and just down the street from Smashing Grapes. They'll have live music with PJ and Neil. Also on Wednesday, Driven to Clarity will be at Tuscane Prime. Thursday, Get to the Point for Brian Ewald. Jason and Matt of Troll Tribe will be at Metropolitan up on the rooftop. Also at Metropolitan on Thursday, a fundraiser for Sailor Oyster Bar with music by Mountain Wolf and Mojo Bozo's Electric Circus. We don't get to see them much here in Annapolis, so this will be one to catch. Thursday's Tides and Tunes is going to be another good one with Michael McHenry Tribe. Get there early to grab your spot, and also because the bar opens at 6. Here's another good one to catch on Thursday. Ray Roten will be up at Mother's in Arnold. Ben Heemstraw of Ben will be at Dark Horse. Aaron Hawkins of Loose Ties will be at Julep. Brant Austin Dunn will be at Reynolds Tavern. Weekend music, Friday night. If in downtown Annapolis, start with Happy Hour at Blackwall Hitch with Dana B. Mark Odell will be back solo on Friday night at Brian Brew. He was there Saturday night with his band, the National Bohemians, and they were quite the hit. Be sure to catch my videos of them that I posted on all of my socials. Also on Friday night, Tommy McGee Band will be at Stan and Joe's on West Street. Richard Hayward will be at Killarney House in Davidsonville. And Ground Rent will be at the historic John Hopkins House in Gambrills, weather permitting. We don't get to see this band often either, so another good one to catch. Friday night concerts return to Goshen Farm in the Cape. This week, 24 Carat with Acoustic Cafe. These events support the historic Goshen Farm and Education Center in Cape St. Clair. Saturday, Moose Jaw Bluegrass Duo will be in Market Space, which is the area between Federal House, Market House, McGarvey's, and Middleton Tavern. Saturday is the return of the Annapolis Irish Festival at the fairgrounds. Music this year is Scythian, Gaelic Storm, Barley Juice, Dublin 5, Hold Fast Band, which was actually on their float during the Annapolis St. Patrick's Parade, and many, many more. You can save $5. That's 20% on each general admission ticket with code BeepIrishMD. BeepIrishMD. I'm looking forward to the Champ Potatoes. Also on Saturday, Shift Work will be up at Romulo's in Severna Park. DJ F04 will be at 1771. Hurricane Kevin will be at Annapolis Market House on Saturday. Mike Sharp will be at Blackwall Hitch in Annapolis, another one we don't get to see here often in Annapolis. Saturday will be the return of the Leftovers, who you may remember were a band with the late Sean Hetrick. They are now continuing and have a new Facebook page for the band. Please be sure to follow them and mark your calendars for September 19th because that is when the second annual Play a Song Music Festival in Sean's remembrance will be held. Catch the Leftovers on Saturday at Stan and Joe's on West Street. Sunday Fun Day, start with Jazz Brunch at Ram's Head Tavern with Oreo. The Vicki Roberts Band will be at Pirates Cove down in Galesville. And the West Street Revival Band returns to Stan and Joe's on West Street. This band has PJ, Neil, and Brian, and more in it. They're always a big hit. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of Annapolis and the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com, spelled BeeprBuzz. I'll see you out there. Slanja.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster company.
One of the most common questions we get, how do I maximize the value of my home before I sell it? It's a great question. We look at improvements like investments. What is the rate of return? For example, if we invest $5,000 in painting kitchen cabinets and installing granite, how much more will our home sell for? The answer? About $25,000 more. That's a 500% return on investment. Because of returns like this, we have started a program called Investing in You. We know cash is often tight when you're making a move, and we are here to help. We will front you up to $15,000 to invest in refreshing your home before you list it, with the agreement to be paid back once your home settles. Call us today so we can help you maximize your home's value.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.